So we are live. This is the website one weekly meeting, and it's Ben, Marian, and me. Ben, do you want to report something or tell us what you're doing?
On website one, no, I haven't. I actually had I was looking at an issue last week, and I was going to pair with somebody, but that never actually ended up happening, which is kind of interesting because I think, well, it's a good idea to sort of get some experience doing that if it's possible, but it's so difficult to make it happen sometimes, people all over the world. And it's about the karma stuff. It was about the reporting on the karma page or something. So I haven't looked at it in a while, so I figured I'd show up to the meeting. Maybe try to get a different
maybe we can pair with that for that issue if you want.
Yeah, all right, I'd be into that.
Cool. So let's say I'm taking notes. I'm kind of like Sam now. So then pair programming karma calculations link, right?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. I haven't even looked at the issue in a while, but I think the idea was that it should open the tab. It's a very simple thing. I think it's just a simple JavaScript thing. It shouldn't take long, probably. It opens the tab that shows all the karma when you click on the karma thing on the view page for a user. Or for
okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, when you click, for example, the number that it has like the flame,
that's right.
It should appear all the. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It's
Perfect. Yep. So, any other thing that you would like to share?
Well, I'd be interested in maybe looking at. It looks like there's been a lot of activity on website one. I've sort of been I've been more or less an observer lately, but not even that. So I wouldn't mind jumping in and doing some more stuff. Sort of taking on some things.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can check our pivotal tracker. So if you wanna grab something.
Yeah. I've been sort of out of the loop, so I thought it would be good to talk to somebody in a meeting to see what would be the sort of most appropriate thing to work on.
Sure. Well, if you are interested, there is one that I'm working. It is an issue for loading all the static pages from GitHub, from a repository, to website one. So we will have all our static pages on a repository, and anyone will be able to edit those pages by making pull requests, and those changes are going to be reflected on the website.
Okay. So that's the plan. That's currently sort of a feature that's in development.
Yeah. Now, most of the things that I've done, I think that is working. That functionality is working, but I need to I need to test it, and I need to see if all the functionality it is working properly, and I need to create some styles for some of the pages that we are loading, because before we were using Mercury, and now we are just loading the HTML. I mean, the Markdown is being converted into HTML, and that HTML, it doesn't have any styles. So maybe you want
using Pandoc, or like how is it being done?
Using what?
Pandoc, or I don't know. That's just what they use on the Wiki EDU dashboard. How is the conversion being done from HTML to Markdown to HTML?
I'm using a library. I don't remember the name now, but it's a sham that you just tell it that you want to convert the Markdown into HTML, and we are saving the HTML in our database. Kind of what Mercury was doing, but now we are handling.
So it's actually, in terms of the user interface with respect to editing a page, it's a little bit of a step down, right? Because you can't just edit it in place anymore. You have to like edit this text separately and then submit a PR, and it goes up to GitHub, and then eventually it'll get pulled into the page?
I wouldn't say that it's a step down. I think that is different, because in the future, as we want to integrate React as the we will want to use only Rails as an API.
Yeah.
So for doing that, we will have already all the static pages,
Yeah.
and we will just need to pull them
Right.
from the
Oh, yeah.
repositories.
From the point of view of the developers, it's a step up. I'm just thinking about the users.
Ah, well,
That's
yeah.
what I like to
Well,
do.
yeah, the user, I mean, the user will be, it will need to be more experienced in order to make, I
Yeah.
mean, to create a GitHub account, to make edits, and but it also, I think that it invites to new users to contribute a little bit in every page, and they will have their contributions to a repository. So, and that it will be reflected in their profiles, like
Uh,
contributions that they are doing. So,
oh, okay. All right. So, okay, that makes sense.
so well, yeah. So we can pair on that, and if you want, I will take notes
I just
also.
have a question. Wasn't there talk a couple weeks? Because I remember coming to the meeting where we were talking about getting rid of Mercury and replacing it with something else. And there was at
Yes,
some point discussion about replacing it with something that did something similar. But
yes.
I
I
guess
mean,
we went
medium.
off in a
But it
different
was another.
medium, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was medium. But the thing was that as we wanted to move from Mercury to medium because we wanted to upgrade to Rails 5.
Yeah.
And what we did at that moment, yeah, we were trying to get rid of Mercury, but I out found out that by doing some modifications to the shell itself, to the Mercury shell, it allows us to upgrade to Rails 5. So I did the upgrade to Rails 5, and I did a modification to a fork of the Mercury shell in order to let us upgrade to Rails 5. So we are not using the Mercury shell itself. We are using a fork modified.
So it's not, so the
And
Mercury's not, we're not using a version now that's being maintained by the people that maintain Mercury.
no,
Right.
no.
That could be a problem eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Mercury, I think that they stopped contributing like 3 years or so
Oh,
ago.
so it doesn't
So
matter.
it is
It's not
not
being,
maintained anymore.
right.
So yeah, that was the idea. So after the upgrade to Rails 5, we said, okay, we can use Medium to replace Mercury, or we can use GitHub with all the functionality that it will give us in order to handle our static pages. So we decided to go with the
Yeah.
GitHub approach. Yeah.
And just sort of sacrifice the in-place editing.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yep.
Because was it determined that that wasn't really valuable to anyone anyway?
Yeah, because
Do
also what Sam said, it was he wanted to create something really close to what the Odin project has.
Oh, okay.
So the Odin project, it works with static pages, and they allow, they allow their users to modify their own pages by using by loading the static pages from GitHub.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the moment
All right. So
when we
what is
decided to
what's
switch.
this, what needs to be done on that? Are there pivotal tracker?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I have open. I will share my screen so it will be more interactive.
uh,
So share. I'm sharing my screen now. This one, no.
all
Yeah.
right. I just go by Ben, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops. So here, I think that the one. Yeah. Mine is this one. And I think that now it's working, but we have a difference on the code coverage, like you can see here and here.
The
So
coveralls.
yeah, I need to increase the test coverage because I added the functionality, but I didn't add
Now,
the tests
what's
for
the
that.
status with coveralls? I thought there was a plan to get rid of that entirely.
Ah, no, sorry. I said coverage? Yeah,
No, no, coveralls.
coverage is appearing there, but Sam has opened a ticket. He opened a ticket to them in order to get rid of coveralls.
I'm sorry to get what?
My intention was to say that code climate is failing here because of the test coverage. And coveralls is appearing here, even if we already deleted. I mean, we don't have the repository anymore in coveralls. We remove every reference to coveralls in our project, and it is still appearing here. So they have done something wrong, and Sam is trying to communicate with them in order to tell them, hey guys, what should I do here?
I see. All right. Because, so we should just ignore that.
Yeah, we just ignore that. We pay attention to what Code Climate says and what Semaphore CI says. That is, here on Semaphore, we are running our tests. So yeah, this is the pull request. I mean, you can just pull the changes that I have here, and if you wanna push some of your ideas or changes, you can just do it. And I will.
Is that on a branch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the name of the branch?
Is this one. The name of the branch is this one. Let me.
I can't really.
Hangout. Here. I will paste it here. So.
Okay.
All right. Marian, you left us.
2351. Okay.
Yeah. Is that one. So I will put here. Which day would you like to pair with me?
Good question.
In order to do the karma calculations thing.
Yeah. That's good. Let's. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty. I could schedule other stuff around it. What's most convenient for you?
Tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow I can. Yeah.
All right.
I don't have.
Around this time, say.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So 10.
Perfect. Yes. So I will take notes. So you can ping me if you want on Slack. Perfect. Well.
All right. So what isn't working about the GitHub content? It's just not passing the CI stuff.
Yes, exactly.
But otherwise, you have tests that are passing. Like all of the tests that you wrote for it are green.
No, the thing is that I have to write them.
Oh, so you're not doing test-driven development. You've written a bunch of code, but without writing any tests.
Yes, I wrote the shop for doing the tasks, but I didn't write. The thing is that I didn't know if I should do an integration test, an acceptance test, or just to test the code that is inside the shop.
So maybe we should talk about that tomorrow. That sounds more interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
You know, well, in addition to the other thing, because I mean, that is a hard problem, right? Like, acceptance tests. Acceptance tests are one of these things that I still don't feel like I get why people do them, and everyone hates them, and nobody. But everyone else, there's people that say they're extremely important, and that the fact that they're so difficult is an indication that we should actually figure out how to do them right, and all kinds of things. So what were your considerations when you were thinking about doing acceptance tests?
Well, my consideration was first For doing just a unit test on each method that is using the shop, I say, okay, I can test the functionality, and if everything is working inside the shop, I may consider that the shop is working and we are pulling
The
all the
shub.
static
I'm not. I
pages.
don't. I'm not really hearing what you're saying. The shub. The shub.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. The shop is here. Called, we have inside apps our shops here.
Oh, job. I'm sorry. It's just a
So,
pronunciation thing.
so-
Job.
sorry, my pronunciation is bad.
Yeah.
So here we
Yeah. No,
have
I understand that. You were saying job.
okay,
I get it.
okay, cool. I will say, I don't know, background shop. Maybe that is more more in context with the word.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, unit test
So
for
you
me
wrote unit
was,
tests, and those are passing.
yeah, but after that I deleted them because
Oh,
yeah, I was thinking, okay, I don't want to test each method itself. I want to be sure that the website itself, that Agile Ventures, is going to be displaying the static pages that we have. So I need kind of an integration test.
why not keep the unit tests though? Because usually unit tests like that should remain part of the code base, shouldn't they?
Well,
In case
yeah,
someone
well,
wants to
at
go
that
and
moment, at that
modify those methods someday.
not now that you say that way, yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but at the moment I was me alone, so that is why I think that if I pair with someone, it could be really helpful.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know. You've been doing a lot more work than me. I consider you seem to be more advanced. So I want to know what you're.
No. I think that we all have things to learn.
Okay.
So
Well, no, I agree with that.
or
Good, good.
so
So you
uh,
see, this is what I've been doing. I've been working on things and I've been getting code working like in a spike type style. Like, all right,
yeah,
I just got to find my way around this stuff and figure out what I need to do and then do it. And then
yeah,
it's like, oh, now I have to write tests because I'm expected to have tests at work, which is backwards. You know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah. I understand.
It's
Yep.
like learning a foreign language and writing everything in your native language and then translating it afterwards. You know, you should really just write it in the, but it's harder to do that.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
So all right. So you need to write acceptance tests for something that you have now. But here's the thing: when you're developing software, right? You you let's see, you have to figure out a way of making sure that it works. So were you just like loading it up in a browser and testing it yourself?
well, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
I
See,
was doing
that's
that.
what I've been doing too.
Yep. One of the things that I used to do, for example, I use um, SimpleCov. I mean, the website itself is using SimpleCov. That is a sham for test coverage.
I see.
So every time that I create new functionality, what I do is to run that locally, and I try to see where I need to where I need to create the test for covering the functionality that I've created.
I see.
So yeah, and that is not the TDD way. I mean,
Right. Right.
so yeah,
Right. It's hard to learn how to start doing that. Miriam
yeah.
is back.
Hey, Maria, yeah. Sorry. Can you hear us, Maria? Maybe
Mariam.
I think she was having trouble with
Yeah, it looks like she's
the
leaving and
internet.
joining and maybe trying to
Yeah.
figure things out.
Okay, I
Because
will.
someone else is here.
Write-
We want to hear from them too, right?
Hey, Mariam. I will write her. Mariam. How are you? Please let us
Hello.
know.
Oh, hi.
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 Can you hear us? Can you hear?
Sorry about the.
Okay.
Ah, there you are. Okay. Hello?
Can you hear her, Ben?
I think
I can't.
some connectivity issues. I can't hear.
Oh, hi.
Ah, there you are. Do you have anything to report or discuss?
With the.
Okay, it looks like
Okay. I think, yeah. I will write here.
connectivity
If
issues.
yeah. You can write here.
Yes. Yes. Is it
And
the one about events go?
events go. I can't really hear what you are saying. Sorry, Mariam.
Okay.
Maybe I wrote to you on the Hangout chat if you wanna chat about what you are doing. Right, Ben? I mean,
Yeah, I think
there
that
is
makes
no...
sense to me. But so anytime, feel free to interrupt if you've got if you've resolved your problem or you can write
sure.
it and we'll respond any time. But I think with respect to she's here
No.
double
Double Mariam's.
with respect to what we were talking about. I don't know if there's much more to say. I don't. I think that we could talk tomorrow about both of those things. Maybe the first of them will be a relatively low hanging fruit since it's a simple issue. But then famous last words, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm interested to talk to you about your struggles with TDD with respect to doing all this stuff.
Cool. Yeah, that will be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Because I have similar things. Because with website one, it's sort of like there's the headless browser stuff with the JavaScript and the timing and the inconsistent way that it works and or doesn't work. And that seems like it's giving lots of people headaches, including people that know a lot more than I do.
Okay.
And that's only going to get. Do you think that's going to get more or less troublesome when we move into React?
Well, I think that it's going to be the same because I mean, we will still need to test everything, and the thing is that we need to improve our skills by practicing more the TDD methodology, I think.
I agree. I think that's very true.
And in that way, it will be easier for us because we will get used to work in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm reading it is a book for Aspect 3, and you build an API. It is this one.
Okay.
I have read a couple. I don't know there.
Oh yeah.
I have read a couple chapters, and it is pretty interesting how it works, and it gives you an idea. I haven't read it all yet, but I have to. It gives you an idea. For example, when you are creating something with Rails, it gives you a lot of flexibility, the framework. So you can create an scaffolding for going from the roads to the model, to the controller, to the view, and you can create everything with attributes, just a scaffolding, right?
A scaffolding, yeah.
Yeah, scaffolding, yep.
Yeah.
But the thing is that if you create the things in that way, maybe you are creating things that are not necessary at that time, and it will be better to create first the tests and then the functionality for make that test pass. That is what the book said. But for me, it is still easier. I don't know why, to create first the functionality and after that to create tests.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have to change my mind.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way about it. Looks like Mariam has texted into the.
The question I wanted to ask is about the slide where Hangout starts or not. Okay. We can check. It is a ticket. Perfect. So I will share my screen. Share my screen here. Here, I think it's.
Oh.
Okay. So here, I think it is Waffle, right? Yeah, we are using Waffle for website 1. Okay.
Waffle.
Okay. And Marianne was saying she has an issue that is event goes live where Hangout start. I will copy this and I will try to find it. Event. Do you know which this one. Okay. Okay. I never read this one. Have you read this one, Ben?
I haven't. No, I haven't read that one.
Okay. Marian is working on that one. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. I get the idea. Yeah. You're working on that one. Perfect. Start.
So what's the question?
Yeah. The question I want to choose. Yeah. What is perfect. So, well, we find out that you're working on that issue. So, what we were talking about? Yeah, about TD and how we are working. And I think that if we start using React, it's gonna be the same.
The same. Yeah.
What do you think, Ben?
Well, I have two considerations about that, which are probably pretty naive. One is that, well, since React is all compiled down to one, I mean, ideally to one JavaScript file that gets loaded in, then it might be easier. But then, of course, it's still going to be a really complicated application that has, that may have promises and all kinds of other stuff that will depend on all kinds of complicated timing and things related to each other and stuff. So I don't know. That's why I was asking. It seems like it could go either way.
Yeah. Well, I think that about the question is.
Should the event go live during the whole duration
of
the event, even if the Hangout hasn't been started? I think it shouldn't go live if it hasn't been started.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. But that is what I think. I haven't read. Okay, I will answer. I haven't read the story, so I will check with some. But it doesn't sound right to have the event live if the event live. Sounds pretty weird, but
Yeah, but I mean, the idea, I guess, is that we've gotten to the time when the event is supposed to be live.
yeah.
So the question is, how does the system find out whether it's actually live or not?
Maybe it finds out. Well, no, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have idea. I never checked that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely something to look into in the code.
Yes. Well, Ben, do you have any other thing that you would
No, I
like
don't think
to?
so. I don't think so. I'm
Okay,
looking forward to seeing you
tomorrow
tomorrow.
then.
Should be good.
Okay, cool, nice.
All right.
So, well, I will stop the broadcast now.